Hey folks, John here. Today we're in Royal Oak. We're going to be replacing this old wood fence here, the 4-foot tall wood fence with a 6-foot tall privacy fence. We're going to be going in the exact same spot with the only exception of, since we're going 6 foot tall, we need to cut this on an angle here to make sure there's visibility for pedestrians riding up and down this sidewalk here whenever they're backing out of their garage. Let's get started. Sun protection. It's important out here too. So if this guy's like, oh, it's stripped out, then that's their bad. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Who needs CrossFit when you can just build fences? So a couple things we check for before we start digging is primarily utility lines. We want to make sure there's no gas lines, electric lines, cable lines running underground where we're going to be digging. Over here they're all above ground. With the exception of the gas line, which is off the front of the house running towards the street, so that's out of our way. You know, and then we also look for stuff like this. There's a sprinkler head right here, so we know there's a sprinkler line that runs through here somewhere, so we're going to dig carefully for about the first foot or two down to make sure we don't hit that sprinkler line, or at least try not to hit that sprinkler line. Sometimes still digging with these softly, as soon as it hits that line, it can still damage it. And then final, we look for this dog poop to make sure we don't step in it. Please clean up your dog poop before we get on site. That would help. We have to do what's called the pedestrian visibility triangle. Right, so right, yeah. From this point where the driveway intersects with the sidewalk, you measure up 10 feet this way, you measure out 10 feet that way, and the fence runs on that angle. Oh, okay. We can't put any fence in this triangle here. Right. That way if they're backing out, they can see someone on a bike or something like that, and that way they're not hitting, you know, a little kid or nothing like that. Okay. So we'll grab a tape measure and measure that. And then we'll go up that one too. All right. put a metal stiffener inside this post here because this is the post that the gate's going to hang on. So it just adds that extra support or extra strength in here to support the weight of that gate as it's hanging off of this post. So they got this sprinkler head right here, so what we did is just blocked it off with some of this guard here. That way if they ever have to repair the sprinkler head or anything, it's not all cemented in, they'll be able to get to it and repair it. So when we're cleaning up the dirt over here, we try our best to not tear up the grass or not kill any of the grass. We were actually able to do a really good job on the cleanup over here. But for some of the customers that are, especially ones with new sod that was laid, that are overly concerned about the condition of their grass, a lot of times it's really hard to get every little bit of dirt out of the ground. You know, we're walking over here whenever it rains and the ground's really wet. Some of that mud just kind of gets mushed down into the grass, and it's really hard to clean up. Now, it is grass, and grass is a very durable weed or cover, and it will grow back. But I just want to show you what some of the cleanup looks like, so that you could have some expectations of what will your yard look like shortly following having a fence installed. Now, keep in mind, this is a really good cleanup job compared to some other projects, like I mentioned, with new sod or in wet conditions. Sometimes it doesn't always look this good whenever we're finishing a project, but for this particular instance, let me show you exactly what it looks like. Alright folks, we're here for day 2. We're going to build the privacy fence. We're going to go ahead and route out the corners from running that angle. We're going to route out the corners there so the rails fit nice and tight. We're going to resize this gate and get everything built. Let's get started. that's fine. All right. Bye. Let me push it this way real quick. So that's a wrap. We got another one completed and turned out really beautiful. Got the angle here for the pedestrian visibility. Gate looks nice. I'd say this one was great. We'll see you on the next job site with Paramount Fence.